Hello folks, and welcome to Path of Exile. Recording locally. There's those trees, there's that. So, as you may have gathered, I have already played this bit. Witchy McWitchface there, Witchy McWitchface, was my audio test character. Once upon a time, before, quite a while ago actually. Then I played Palnai, this witch. I'm going to start a new character, and this is new. Ah, okay. These are basically like seems to be like the seasons in Diablo, I guess. Just talking the fresh economy and all that. Fearsome foes are trying to enter Rayclast through breaches in reality. Open these breaches and slay them to earn powerful items. Or I could just go with standard mode. And now I can select one of these 6 different people. This is the witch.
They were right to fear me. If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have taken their children. Now I'm banished to Rayclast. I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other exiles' eyes. But to me, one land is like any other. The elements are my allies, the dead are my servants, and fear will be my closest friend.
So yeah, each one has their own little thing, and they have a really cool ability system in this game. I don't know how much I'll play of this. I'll toss up what I have, and I'll come back every once in a while to it. But anyway, the abilities thing is you get gems that you socket into your gear, and those give you abilities. When you level up, there's a massive talent tree list. You may be thinking back to the one in WoW that you had in like Wrath of the Lich King or Cataclysm before it got changed into the one we have now. It was substantially larger. It's more on tier with you know, in the Final Fantasy game with Van, and I've heard people comparing it to Star Wars, just insofar as but they're making comparisons. You know, Baltier and the bunny woman being Han Solo, and Chewbacca, not, you know, pirate with non-human companion. You know, there are a few comparisons, but that game, I'm not sure how well those comparisons stand up, but that's how I've remembered it now because of hearing that. I don't remember which number it is. I remember it that way, and not by numbers. They have their license system in that. It's maybe more akin to that than, say, the talent tree list in WoW. Just in how expansive it is. Though it is different in that. That allows you to use different abilities and gear. This augments your abilities. Like, you can get on here. Actually, I'll show it to you. Play. Looks very cool. I don't remember the controls. Okay, been granted some resetting, but this is it. Though honestly, I think some of these are new. At the very least, I don't remember this. That's your intelligence, that's your dexterity, and that's your strength. But yeah, these are all passives. See how expansive it is. And just to show you, give you examples of what some of them are like. Plus, what 10% increased? 10% increased maximum energy shield. 6% increased maximum energy shield. 10% increased energy shield recharge rate. 10% increased energy shield. That kind of thing. But then you make it to something like here, where it's 20 extra mana, plus 20 to maximum mana, 20 to maximum energy shield, 20 to intelligence. Ward of the Dead. It's like Order to Dance, but more Reggae Mortis is involved. Minions have a 10% increase to maximum life. Minions have a 15% increase to damage. Maximum number of zombies is increased by 1. Maximum number of skeletons increased by 2. Yeah. So like it can be like minor, like 10% increase to your energy shield, or you know, something like that, or 15% chance to avoid interruption from stuns while casting. That's there twice. And there's this 25% chance to avoid it, plus 20 to strength and dexterity. There's increased spell damage, cast speed, and intelligence. And there's just like straight up increase to stat points. So yeah, and see this blue haze there? That's your shielding. The red thing is your health. That's your mana. And you can see here these are different skills I've gotten. And annoyingly, that's set to middle mouse button. It's also set to D, thankfully. If I go to my inventory, you can see here there's gems. That's Fireball. That's Magma Orb. There's minion damage support that increases the damage my minions do by 32%. You can also level all these up, by the way, as you see level 3 there. And there's the zombie. The zombies are currently being buffed in damage by that, since they're linked. Like the materia system from Final Fantasy VII. And so you can see there the XP bar on that. I need to reach 26,047 points to level up to next thing. There's Contagion. And there's Ethereal Knives. There's Summon Skeletons. Orb of Transmutation. Different bits. It's a very cool system. Smoke Mine. It's a very cool system, and like you can go up and say hi to this guy.
That poem about you, Exile.
And you can have a chat about different things, and you can get different side missions off these NPCs. There's a notice board here. Public parties, create party, guild, friends. It's just a social thing, and you can also get.
You are a welcome sight.
You can also get reputation with people, which unlocks new items from them. These scrolls of wisdom and armor scraps are different things that you get from quests or whatever. You can find it out in the world too. Like this orb of transmutation upgrades a normal item to a magic item. That Phoenix Twine Crude Bow used to just be a crude bow. It's now upgraded to a Phoenix Twine Crude Bow. Victory Guardian, Rusted Coif. You know. There's this identifies an item. Clarity. Regenerates mana. That's quite useful. And there's different potions I have. You drink one, and then as you kill monsters, it refills. And they have charges. Like this medium potion consumes 8 out of 28 charges per use. Sorry, it has 28 charges, and it'll consume 8 of those per swig. This has 30 charges and consumes 9. And you can find different types, like that increases armor by 80% increased armor during Flask effect, which is 7 seconds, over which it restores 250 life as well. That restores 263 life over 7 seconds, but doesn't give an armor bonus. And here's Bubbling Large Mana Flask of Resistance. 50% reduced amount recovered, 135% increased recovery speed, 50% recovery applied instantly, and 22% additional elemental resistances during flask effect. And I actually just read that and I finally got it. The top one, 50% reduced amount recovered, is actually negative. It means you, instead of getting 110, you're only getting 55. So yeah, that sucks. But yeah, it's a really cool system. Like, this is a cool game. Also, you can sell items by, let's take this, put that there, and he'll give me this in exchange. Here's my stash. There's another hat I had. So anyway, let us go to the character selection screen. Great. Sure.
I fought, wept, and bled for God and the Order. I would have died for my Templar brothers, every single one. And how do they reward my piety, my devotion? They exile me to the land of the damned, to Rayclast. I know now that my brethren are merely God's tools. He has given me this path to walk, so I shall muster my strength and my power, and my faith. It is my shield against the darkness to come.
Can I be honest, I'm actually quite tempted in playing a witch for the whole army standpoint, but I really like the idea of playing a Templar. I know, really just... Sorry, I totally heard some background noise. If you listen to my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. I know. Religious warriors always end up gravitating towards them. That's why I play paladins so much. I know. I always, when I was younger, I always loved the like romanticized version of a knight. So, you know, paladins kind of, you know, live up to that. Just with, you know, being a holy warrior, you know, wrapped into it. You know, like a divine warrior kind of thing. So, as well. So maybe that's why I end up gravitating towards him. Here's this guy.
A simple job, I was told. Silence a big mouth, get a big payout. And no one was going to be the wiser. Tidy, except for one loose end. Me. I would have kept my mouth shut. Professional integrity, it's called. Unfortunately, not something my employers believed in. They raised a toast to a job well done. I drank, and the next thing I know, I'm on this stinking crate bound for exile. It's not a complete loss, I suppose. The way I hear it, there'll be plenty of work for a man of my talents in Rayclast.
Indeed, though I'm sure the beasts of Rayclast need someone who with painted on scalpels and pliers. I hear their painted on equipment is in great demand here in Rayclast.
I am a warrior, raised to honor my ancestors, to die with a weapon in my hand and the Karui way in my blood. Oriath chained me, made me its slave. For 3 years, I have lived without my family, my pride, my way. I welcome exile. I welcome Rayclast. Hear me, ancestors. A slave stands behind you. A warrior stands before you. And death walks at our side.
When he says a slave stands behind you, a warrior stands in front of you, I know what he means, though he really should be hitting himself in the head with his mace. He's going to cause horrendous brain damage. God damn it. All I can imagine is that, like, the slave is bent down behind the ancestors, and the warrior's going to like push them over. They'll fall over the slave and, you know, land on their back. You know that prank. Yeah. Also, the tattoos kind of make me think, you know, stereotypical, like, you know, like Maori, you know, tribal person a tribal islander person. I don't really know many of those things, so that Maori's the go-to for me. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. Sylvie.
No life can be owned. Not a deer's, not a rabbit's, and not mine. Every creature has a birth-given right to live however it will, however it can. My right is to hunt, to feed off the wilderness in the understanding that one day, the wilderness will feed off me. The fat lords of Oriath have no such understanding. They call me poacher and thief, clap me in irons and haul me like cargo into exile. No matter. I'll make the forests and mountains of Rayclast my new home. My freedom and my bow, that's all I need.
He had it coming. Was I supposed to bear such insults with inaction? Simply because of his high birth? That lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor. I'd do the same again to anyone who crossed me. I care naught for riches, little for friendship. The duel is all I need. I may be in exile, but I will carve a road back to Oriath, one foe, one victory at a time. Ill fortune may have banished me to Rayclass, but I will live to hear them scream my name in the great arenas again.
So yeah, each character has their own different motivations and whatnot. I'm not sure how much they'll be relevant to it. From what I remember of playing this sometime in 2016, it was like you just get quests and like your character wouldn't really talk. They'll just, you know, it's just like, oh, okay, another quest, alright, I'll go off do it, without even saying that. It was just you could slot any character in to replace anyone and you wouldn't notice, except for different abilities. It's not like they would say different things. Who knows, maybe it'll change later on. Maybe just early on after, you know, just, you know, early on, first act, character didn't feel like talking. Maybe second act, they won't shut up. We'll have to wait and see. And tried and true name.
Bled for God and the Order. I would have died for my Templar brothers, every single one.
What?
And how do they reward my piety, my devotion? They exile me to the land of the damned, to Rayclast. I know now that my brethren are merely God's tools. He has given me this path to walk, so I shall muster my strength and my power, and my faith. It is my shield against the darkness to come.
Finally. The Drom tried true name thing was in reference to, oh, so that's grace period, you can't be damaged. My Diablo 3 character, Crusader by the name of Drom. Since I'll be just tossing this up whenever, he may have been revealed. My Diablo 3 character, my Diablo 3 Let's Play might also be going on same time as this. But like I said earlier, I won't be. I'm not sure how much I'll be playing this. I'll come back to it every once in a while. So you expect to see a few vids every once in a while of this. It's just I wasn't sure what to play today, so I was just like, I'll give a bit of a go to this. Don't know how long I'll play for, but I'll give it a bit of a go. And you can see the stats on it there, and it's gem slots.
Bastards dumped near 24 of us off that ship. You and me were all that survived the swim. Never was much difference between exile and the death sentence. Once I catch my breath here, we'll take a look around, see what Rayclast has on offer. I thought I saw smoke at those ruins up the beach. It could be worth checking if there's...
Down, boy.
Even death gives no solace in this tortured land.
Cool. And here's our first ability, folks. A red gem by the name of Glacial Hammer. Hits an enemy, converting some of your physical damage to cold damage. If the enemy is frozen and is on less than 1/3 life, they'll shatter when hit by Glacial Hammer. Requires a mace or staff. 50% of physical damage converted to cold damage. Deals 140% of base attack damage. 35% increased chill duration on enemies. 25%